Get this, in the Edo period, samurai used to look down on ninjas for using shuriken. They thought it was noble to engage in a bladed duel, but that throwing stuff was, I don't know, gross. Oh, and check this out. Did you know that Batman's batarangs weren't bladed weapons until 2005's Batman Begins? Oh, and here's a big one. What do you think is the very first appearance of a shuriken in Western pop culture? Lock in your answer. It is the 1967 James Bond classic, You Only Live Twice. And with that, let's dive into the Modern Rogue Perfect edition of Shuriken.
Who's your favorite ninja, like ever? Wrong, it's me. Me. Me.
'Cause I'm a modern
Homemade shuriken.
All right, so we're making shuriken, right?
Sure, you can pronounce it that way if you want.
They called shuriken, ninja stars, throwing stars, Chinese stars? What is it?
They're certainly not Chinese stars. Kinda racist. They're Japanese in origin.
Okay, all right.
They're called shuriken, but that covers a broad variety of things. We're gonna make hika shuriken, I think, or shaken.
A shuriken, as I understand it, is any small bladed object that you have in your hand, right? And oftentimes it would be like maybe like 4 nails and a cross, basically, that you could jab someone with or make caltrops out of.
Yeah, they didn't get these at a kiosk in the mall.
Oh man, but we did when we were kids.
Whoa, yeah. Yeah, they could have been anything. They would make them out of coins or nails fused together. They couldn't buy them at the mall or at a machinist or anything like that. These things were disposable weapons that weren't meant to kill.
Well, and that's the thing I never understood, is movies go out of their way to act like they're deadly weapons, and you have to hit the eyes always from a distance.
Because the blades are usually like this, and throwing a blade that small that will pierce someone's skull or into their heart, pretty tough.
Probably not gonna happen, yeah. So this is a weapon of harassment, a way during kind of guerrilla warfare for you to just distract attention. And the story that I heard is that when it went by and sliced you, because there was no person there, it was as though an invisible swordsman.
And that's the translation for shuriken, is sword that is hidden in the hand.
Right on. All right, how do we make one?
Okay, it's so easy. And I know, yes, that I always say that, but it really is.
It rarely has turned out to be easy.
I know.
Every time you say it.
These are grip-right fasteners. I think you use them in roofing.
You hammer a thing through, and then this blocks out all the rain and stuff on there.
Oh, sure, yeah. You can get these at your local hardware store. Just little silver discs, and they're really flimsy. So these stars are gonna be flimsy. They're not gonna be deadly, but they
That's
are.
okay, because I too am flimsy and not deadly. What shape are we doing?
So you're just gonna take your disc here. Don't cut all the way into the center. Did you already start cutting?
I did. Give me another one.
Damn it, Brian. So you're gonna cut it at 4 different places, and you're not going to cut into the center. You still need to leave a center mass,
Okay.
right? So just do 4 cuts at 90-degree angles.
Oh, got it. You're perpendicular cuts.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? There's this natural grain on there too that makes it easy to follow.
Now, on these 4 wedges,
Yep.
cut another wedge into each of those, right in the middle.
Just bisect it, basically?
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you find this?
This was an Instructable, actually. And again, these aren't gonna be effective weapons.
Well, first of all, the shuriken itself is not an effective weapon, right?
Super disposable and lo-fi, just like these.
As a matter of fact, katanas you can find nowadays because they're well preserved, because they were valued and handed down through generations. Because shuriken are disposable weapons of harassment, the ones you find, they're all rusted and banged up and no good.
Really?
Yeah. We're gonna make one of those things that you put candles over and it spins around.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like it.
Hey,
Sorry.
you know that thing about throwing stars? We're not doing that at all.
That. All right, what am I doing?
You're just taking every other tab and folding it in.
All right. Dude, just like that and it's done?
You can go with that, or cut little points into them.
Oh, I'm gonna do a curved blade.
Oh, good call.
So these aren't even like fancy scissors. We're just using garbage, regular paper scissors.
Regular one, yeah, because these things are so flimsy. And those points, you can actually get them pretty sharp, right?
You know what? My curved thing is not working as well as I would hope.
It's a little difficult.
Like that. Look at that. Look at how tight, how sharp that is.
There's no heft, so maybe our next build should be like 2 stacked on top
Or maybe put a coin in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest, this feels to me like it wants to be closest to card throwing, because there's a whole technique to card throwing that I think would apply to a paper thin shuriken. I'm gonna say, I actually think
I use the hammer.
this want to be. It's great.
Sorry, I interrupted you. I was gonna
I
say,
often narrate my own actions.
yeah, use the hammer. Use the hammer to flatten down the other tabs as you fold them in.
Oh,
that's cool.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right, so when you're throwing a playing card, you want to keep it kind of loosely gripped between your first two fingers. And you're not actually throwing it and trying to time it. That's the mistake everybody makes. Instead, you're going to hold it loose enough that the very act of your motion will cause the momentum to fling it forward, right?
Yeah.
And then you get, oh, that bounced, it went right in. That's amazing.
That's cool.
All right, let me try again. Here, I'll try.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
yours. All right,
try
here we go,
that one.
Here we go, ready? Okay. Oh, wow.
Okay, that's actually pretty fun. I mean, these things are super light and flimsy, but
Yeah, and I guess this one has kind of a swirl pattern to it. So you picture this. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. So it does get bent up pretty fast. I'm a bad ninja.
oh!
I'm afraid of hitting you.
Sure.
All right, ready?
Yeah, blame me. That's good.
There we go. I'm calling that good enough. I poked an eye out.
That's good.
So these guys are super flimsy. This one has a little more heft. Feel the difference in the material on this stuff,
Yeah.
right? This is just sheet metal cut into the shape of a card because I'm more familiar with throwing cards. Whoops. Oh, that's got the heft.
That was a pretty satisfying thwack.
Try all of them, try all of them.
Okay, I'm probably not even gonna hit the damn thing.
Your grip is right there in the middle. You're not gonna be able to get it.
Okay.
You want to barely bite the edge, and then you're just gonna do this sidearm thing. You're never gonna let go. Imagine you had goo on your hands, and you're trying to get it out of your mucus. That's what you wanna do.
Probably twice a day.
Okay, you're throwing it like a frisbee, which you don't want to do.
Yeah,
You want it. You're flicking off goo. There we go.
It was a terrible shot, but it was a much better
it's
throw.
Here, try it with this one. Try it.
Yeah.
Try it with the card. Oh!
Right here.
Now you're talking.
That felt good.
So if we were to do a weighted one, would we want to double these up or just put coins in them?
How about you just try to throw one as is?
Oh, geez. Oh, dude, these are dope. Hold on.
That's pretty cool. I didn't
As
expect
is.
that.
Just as is. Oh man. Dude, this is better. If you just want target practice, no.
Nice.
Wow.
That's satisfying.
Why are we bothering to even make them
know.
shuriken? These are amazing. These are called grip right fasteners. And plus, like, feel the weight of them in your hand. Put on the goggles. Just hold it. Let me go to town.
Well, let me get out of the way. How about that?
No? No, I mean, you hold it. Physically hold it. Be in the way.
Jesus Christ, are you serious?
In your hand, it feels like a slinky. That's about the thickness of the metal here. And it's like I feel like I'm holding a circular deck of cards. I feel like I was meant for this moment.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think any of these will cut you, but I think they're gonna feel really good to throw at you. All right, ready?
Ready.
Oh!
Thanks for waiting.
Oh! Oh!
Ow!
Oh! Oh my God, I'm Gambit! I was meant for this!
Ow!
Oh, damn it! Wow! Did that hurt? Sorry. Oh, this is a million times superior to even bothering to make them sharp on the edges. That is amazing.
All right. I have a challenge for you that doesn't involve throwing stuff at me. You want to see if you can hit some moving targets?
Ooh, yeah, why not? So what do you think's gonna happen on balloons?
I think these could still pop them.
Yeah, I think so too. But
these definitely
will. Yeah.
Right.
By the way, inflate the balloons nice and big if you want them easy to pop. That's a trick that the old carnies would use, is they would underinflate the balloons.
Oh, yeah?
And so when you threw a dart, they would just bounce off of them.
Really?
So here's the challenge. I am much more confident and precise with the circular ones,
Okay.
right? But these are definitely gonna be able to pop the balloon.
Yeah.
So it'll be a contest between my aim and the pokiness to see if I can get it. Which one do you wanna do first?
Let's do the pokiness.
Okay, all right, go for it. Oh, all right, try it again. Damn it! Ah. Oh, that was awesome!
Yes!
That was great! I'm really surprised, despite getting banged up a lot, they're still effective. using a hammer.
I'm using a hammer. Okay.
Yeah! Dude, that's really satisfying. That's great.
You'll try the...
Yeah, we'll try the discs. I think it'll work.
Oh! No!
Try another one. Oh my God! It missed, but it's embedded in the wall now. Whoopsie.
Oops.
So we're not gonna tell the landlord about the.
Yeah, it's fine. No one's watching.
All right, here we go. What the heck? It made that wicked ass sound too. Did not see that coming.
I know.
Okay, what if we just added the ridges?
Yeah.
Like the initial cut, right?
That'll give it some points.
Right? So now I got like a whirling pinwheel type thing with just enough pokiness and it'll pop balloons. Yeah!
That did the trick. Do you want to try something else?
What else do you got? That's not a good idea. This seems like set up the target. Okay, so here's the thing, is there actually is a trick to fling playing cards. You just pinch it in a rubber band and then it flies just like that, right?
Very cool.
So I would imagine the same thing works with this metal card.
You think?
Not so much.
Maybe not.
Works, right?
Cool. Yeah.
And then, and so now I guess we should try that with the stars. Look, we're all fine here. I will just use the rubber band. Pull it back like that. Not so much. Not so much.
Nope.
Not feeling
Is it too light?
Part of it is that it's difficult to figure out where you should line it up to. I'm gonna put it way on the edge this time. I'm just gonna put it right in the middle.
Closer.
All right, now we're getting somewhere. Oh!
There it is.
That's what you do. I'm pinching it right in the middle, like I'm slingshotting a quarter is what I'm thinking of it as. All right. We'll just call it that one. I mean, we'll try the slingshot, but it just feels like it's gonna be so chaotic and wild. You're not gonna get that precise spin.
Especially since we're dealing with things that are so light.
I guess we'll try the discs first.
A bunch of them at once?
Yeah. Now this I do feel like has a chance of working. A brick of them all at once, so it's closer to
Yep.
regular shot, and it's the discs.
I feel like it's gonna be a ridiculous disaster.
That was pretty great. It's pretty great.
All right.
All right, can you do it with the shuriken? Try it with the pinwheel.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, see if it's possible with just one to hit that balloon. Ooh, bladed. Oh wow! Oh wow!
Now that was the bladed one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let's try the target. Ooh, okay. Boy, that does get a lot of force. I'm surprised it doesn't just bang into your hand.
Me too. Yeah.
It doesn't get that spin here. Try another. Did that embed itself in there?
What happened?
Oh my goodness. That is so deep. Feel how deeply embedded in there that is. Wow.
It's all warped.
Okay, let's do it with the Sharpie ones.
Okay. You want to try? You want to do it?
No, I don't. I'm scared of this. There's plenty of brute force in this, but there's so little control. It makes me nervous. And you're just doing it right in the middle.
Yep. That was pathetic.
Now I know with the rubber band, it is important that it not be exactly in the center. Jeez.
That doesn't look like that's gonna work at all.
Try it. Holy cow! You took out the lights. You took out the lights. Holy freaking cow!
Whoa.
Look at how deeply embedded this was. I stand 100% corrected. This thing utterly blasted straight in, almost went through the entire target.
That was surprisingly effective.
Yeah.
I like it.
And surprisingly sharp.
So, shuriken. They don't seem like a toy anymore.
Yeah, no, I think we could actually hurt somebody with
They
one
seem
of
like
those.
genuine weapons of harassment. It's almost as though warriors of old actually had a good reason for using them.
Now, there are a billion different variations on how to make these. I've seen people use X-Acto knives, thread cutters, disassembling those, and then
Razor
reassembling
blades,
them.
there's a good tutorial.
Razor blades, all sorts of stuff. Now, these are just like roofing discs.
I'll tell you what, the roofing discs by themselves, if you know how to throw cards, they're astonishingly precise. It's really the best way to go. But I would imagine that with a little bit of practice, you can get the same way. You'll want to make all of your stars exactly the same so that you get a rhythm to know how to throw it just right.
Yeah, and you also have the actual bladed ones here, which take all of 45 seconds to make. Then we have the halfway in between
The
disc.
pinwheel thing, this is the one I'd like to see people experimenting with because that pokiness is gonna definitely injure, and considering that the whole purpose is to harass people, it just seems like that's got the precision on there.
Then there's the sheet metal card.
Sheet metal card might, to me, be the most dangerous of all of them. It's got a little more heft and got insane penetrating power. But I will vouch for all of these were much more dangerous than I originally thought. None of this is a good idea to muck around with.
Don't do this at home.
In fact, our whole show, let us do it. That's what we do.
Yeah. Now it's time for the next part of the game, the most dangerous game. Run.
Oh, Jesus. No! No!
Playing a game of chicken for who's gonna actually start.
Oh, I was
I noticed that you were waiting for them to say go, but they weren't saying it.
Oh, no.
I was enjoying this inadvertent face-off.
I wasn't. I was actually off, like,
You were dialed out, yeah.
yeah, I was just thinking about a movie that I wanted to watch.
Is it Logan?
It's always Logan.
Yeah.
It's always Logan. Actually, it's Prisoners of the Lost Universe, but whatever.
In your mind, you have an Iron Man beam always going out.
Okay.
All right. All right, what are we making?
Okay.
As if that was a directive. What do you make? Okay.
Ryu from Ninja Gaiden.
What about the other Ryu? The one in Street
Fighter? No.
He's Taekwondo?
No.
Jump
yeah.
change?
He was like karate, which is, as Archer said, the Dane Cook of martial arts.
So if ninjas are supposed to be so badass, how come every action hero is able to punch off hordes of them?
Brian, it's the inverse ninja rule. The more ninjas there are, the less effective they are.
Because it spreads out their power?
Sure, I guess.
It's the Stormtrooper rule as well?
It's the Highlander rule.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
How many ninjas can you name?
All of them.
Oh?
Except for the ones that were never discovered.
Shinobi.
Shinobi, Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo,
Okay, yeah.
Leonardo.
All right, yeah,
Right? Sho Kasugi,
Snake Eyes?
Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow,
Storm Shadow, you beat me to it.
Jinx,
Yeah.
also from G.I. Joe.
The American Ninja?
The American Ninja, Michael Dudikoff.
Oh, really?
That was his name.
All right.
Michael Dudikoff.
What? Do we count the guy who did Jim Kata?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right on. All right.
Like, Jim Kata was the greatest movie because it was a guy who used gymnastics to go into the mountains and fight mentally handicapped hill folk.
Here, in fact, that's what we're practicing on the pommel horse.
Red Fox? From
Red Fox.
from Sanford?
I'm coming, Elizabeth, to kill you.
You big dummy! You dishonored my dojo! Do ninjas have a dojo? I don't even know if they do. It's a junkyard. Dishonor my junkyard! And that's the translation for shuriken, is sword that is hidden in the hand.
Oh, right on.
Which I would have thought something else.
Wait. I just realized where you're headed.
No! This is terrible. This is bad. It's going in the outtake. That's definitely. Wah, wah, wah.
That the circular ones will not break.
Maybe do these in 2 separate blocks. Maybe just.
That was a great moment, though. With your comically wilting boner.
He saw James and he goes, if I see you near that game again, I'm gonna kick your ass.
It just touched the edge of one of those.
They're very sharp.
That's amazing.
They're very sharp.
I love how angry people get that we don't talk to the camera like YouTubers normally do. I love it. I'm like, yeah, because you don't fucking matter. This is about the joy we're experiencing fucking around.
Yeah, some people get like really upset. Maybe not at the light.
Yeah, let's not. Here, you know what? You want to give it a try or?
No,
Okay.
no, it's good, it's good. I'm gonna.
All right, here we go. Throw them all up.
Hang on. Hey, it's Mexico. Okay. It's the colors of the Mexican flag, right?
I know.
Okay. Oh, it's Ireland. Mexico's got red. You'd think I would know that.
Because we're Irish.
Yeah.
We're Irish.
Ancestry.com. Now it's time for the more. Yeah.
Wait, is that a ritual we perform?
Yeah. That was actually Nia Num's line in Return of the Jedi.
This one might be, if you just want to cut someone, you're not gonna poke an. Wait, I'm not gonna say that. What the fuck? That's crazy. But there was always some kid that had them all folded, and then they. Never mind. Go ahead.
They're gonna be better than the paper ones you used to make as a kid. Remember those?
Oh, those were dope, man.
Yeah. Never figured out how to make them. I would take some and then put needles in them.
You're a bad person.
Yeah, I did time.
All right, so what? Did you already start cutting? I did. Give me another one.
Damn it, Brian. There's a method.
Okay, I just assumed like, oh, cut it into the shape of a snowflake. Oh, so got close.
To cutting yourself?
No. My hands are the,
Again?
oh my God, they killed Kenny of the show. Ow, I just cut myself on it.
Oh, of course.
My hands. That was always the mark of a bad kid in my neighborhood. Was like he's got Chinese throwing stars. We were racist back then apparently. But then I found out last week that my wife was one of those kids that had it. She apparently was practicing on the side of the house, and by the time her dad got out, he was just sort of like, well, there's already holes all over it. Might as well, and just joined her.
Knowing where your wife grew up, that doesn't surprise me at all. She probably needed those to survive. And of course, if you're a psychopath, you can file these edges down to be razor sharp.
All right, let's not rage shame anyone.
Rage shame?
I don't know. I am the proud father of a teenager.
This one's from me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
I'll make one for Callie and Josie as well, though, so they don't feel left out. I asked her, I said, Callie, what have you been up to? And she's like, I just need to cut some bitches. And I was like, I'll take care of you.
Sounds about like Cal.
Yeah. And then she went back to her Fanta. She was like, orange was her favorite. That felt good. That felt like I hurt someone. I mean, that doesn't feel, okay, it kind of felt good. Let's do it again.
Right.
Now, Brian, you scream in pain whenever I make contact. You want to hold it? I'm kidding.
Here, put on the mask.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Fine. You'll be fine.
Ready?
Oh, you're not gonna hold it in front of you? Let me try to get a chest shot. Come on. There we go. There we go. Give her a try. Wait, no, not. Jeez. All right. Here, let's put this behind it.
Yeah, so it punctures the thing.
Yeah. Here, let's secure it with, I don't know, something.
We've got some glue, but well, it'll take a while.
Here, let's use the eye protection to secure it on each sides.
I'll just hold it. How about that?
Yeah. Well,
Right?
do I need eye protection?
Yeah. Yeah, when we get super successful, the protective goggles will all be like Vives. Do you guys want goggles?
I'm using a hammer.
I'm using a hammer. I use hammer. Trogdor like hammer.
So trick is you take a rubber band, you pinch it, and you pull, whoa, you break the rubber band. It's amazing. Oh, that was cool.
Just watch and enjoy from the safety of your laptop or preferred viewing experience.
That was surprising.
Guys, don't tell the landlord, okay?
Be cool.
I will address the cameras, breaking our rule.
There's one guy who's like, finally.
Yeah.